And what do you think will happen to Harold at the end?
That's what I think is going to happen.
Oh,
it's just that whole storyline is going to come. If you look at all the returning guests to Neighbours, that's what's going to happen. I think
we're live. Hello there. Welcome back. Hello. Welcome to Sunday here on Crafters TV. We're having a very gentle start to the day.
Aren't we?
Very much the opposite to the start of yesterday's day, where we were bouncing around the studio I feel like we've got that Sunday morning vibe going on, which is great because we're going to ease you in gently today. We've got Colour Me Happy, of course, your weekly destination colouring show, and we're going to we might have a bit of stamping in there as well, but we're going to get colourful on this Sunday. And who else would I rather be colourful with than the lovely Craig? How are you, Craig?
I'm doing good, thank you very much. It's not often that you'll see me popping up on a Sunday, so it's nice to be here all day. It's been nice to be here all weekend, but we get to focus on Colour Me Happy. But for me, the first time that it's a 2-hour Colour Me Happy since the weekend times changed. What was that, last weekend? The weekend before. So it's going to be good, yes. It's going to focus all about the Illustrator pens. We do have a selection of stamped sets. Some of them are very, very, very low in stock, so you want to get across there and check out whatever you see that takes your fancy. But we are, as I say, going to focus all about the Illustrator pens. So techniques, we're going to do blending, we're going to do shading, we're going to do layering on top of each other, just mixing it up slightly, but still focusing on the Illustrator pens on Colour Me Happy.
Brilliant, it's going to be great. The Illustrator pen's sort of the top of the tree when it comes to all of the colouring mediums that we bring you here at Crafters TV. Now, don't forget, we had an amazing Sarah Cartload for you on Thursday, and a lot of those deals are still live now over on the website, which is brilliant. You'll see them all under the shop today. And the other great thing is you can shop the Cartload deals with the Buy More Save More as well. That's still running again all day today, so you'll save 10 when you spend 50, you'll save 20 when you spend 100, you'll save 30 when you spend 150. You just need to make sure you're using the right code for the right spend, but you can use the code as many times as you like, which is always awesome. You can also get in touch with us in all the normal ways. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion on YouTube. Caitlin is our social media superstar for today, which is brilliant. Gilmore is saying hi, looking forward to slipping into a colouring coma. Linda Ryan says, good morning, Craig, Joe, socials, all my lovely friends from Dudley in the UK. Hello there. There's something quite sedate about a Sunday morning, isn't there?
There is, yes. Just think cup of tea, bacon roll, relax.
I've had my poached eggs on toast, and I've got my second.
I had that too as well.
My second cup of coffee. The second cup of coffee on the go. So it is going to be a great day. It is my Fake Friday today.
Yeah, it's your Fake Friday.
But it's a Sunday special, so I feel that brings it down a little. Yeah. You know, just eases us in. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling now. Let's share with you the Weekend Super Saver. We had a previous Weekend Super Saver, but it did sell out. It actually sold out in the first show yesterday. So we worked really hard to bring you another one back, and that is exactly what we have done. You've got loads of great products in here, really good value in this particular bundle, because these two items here, the two Secret Garden items, they are worth £30 or $40 on their own, and you get the rest for free, and the rest of those freebies actually total £70, 92 or 82.60, all from Nature's Garden, which is brilliant. So make sure you grab a hold of those. I need to tell you early doors about some stuff that's moving very quickly this morning, and it is these just here, this stamp selection that we have for you. Very busy, 60% gone on this. This is your Pets and Nature stamp set that you've got just here. Now, you've got some really lovely characters in here. They are great to colour with all of your different colouring mediums. This one is your Meadow Hare, which you can see there. You get the focal imagery, the embellishing stamps, and the sentiments too. You're then going to get this one, which is Field Mice. You can see your little mouses in there. You can colour those berries in as well. You've then got the cats, meow, the dog as well. This dog, loads of people used to ask for this, didn't they? We carried it for ages. You remember it wasn't available for such a long time.
Right, yeah.
The cute little Shih Tzu there. Then you've also got your daisies, which is your fresh florals. And finally, you have got your wolf. Right, so grab a hold of that. The other thing I want to tell you about is the starter selection, which is this lovely lot just over here. You're going to get loads in here. Now you're going to get 12 of our illustrators in here. You've got this one, which is your basics. That gives you the poppy, the denim, the canary, and the dusty pink. You will also get the natural, and in there you've got apricot, caramel, burnt orange, and cocoa in there. Honestly, it's going to be one of those today. You've got the essentials in here. That's true black, brown grey, the 2 shades of the brown grey, and also the blender pen. You get the cardstock in there, and you get a couple of really glorious stamps to start you off as well. You get these ones just here. So you get lovely Flopsy Bunny there. Some Bunny loves you, and you will also get the Have a Lovely Day. They both come to you in there. If you have not tried your Illustrator markers yet, this is a great way to get a hold of these, because the illustrators in there are worth £30 on their own, just to give you an idea of the value that you are getting. Lots of people still tuning in. Sam says, hi from Darlington. Hi, Sam. Linny saying, good morning. Joe, Craig, CTV crew, crafty friends. Joe, how many of the CTV team did you get in your mini last night? Just none, actually. We... Just a nun. No, there were no nuns in there. There was none of us in there.
You didn't let any of us in.
I went out with Becky Swan last night.
Did you?
Boop, 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 boop,
Went to the discotheque?
Yeah, right out. We just went for a steak and then went home. But posted a photo saying we were out, you know.
Yeah.
But I think, that is out for me. It's just a, you know, it's a
Do you know what I done?
Sorry?
Do you know what I done?
Go on, what did you do?
What did I say yesterday that I was wanting to do at some point, and I done it last night?
What was that?
What was that?
I just went. You went home and watched it. Go back to Craig. Just go back to Craig.
I eventually got around and I watched Top Gun.
Oh, how was it?
Top Gun. Do you know some? Yes,
The original?
Yeah. It was. Sorry, they just said to me, yeah, the original. Yes, the original. It was really good. I'm going to have to watch it again with someone that can kind of explain why they're doing what they're doing and where they are and why they're that. But do you know what? Overall, it was a really, really good film. I had recorded it from the other night, but by the time I got in, got myself sorted, sat down in front of the TV, it was just starting again. So I watched it, and yeah, it was really, really good. So I can now say I've watched it, and like everyone else, I'm ready for the new one coming out.
Amazing. Well, a bit heartbroken you didn't watch Celine Dion at the BBC. Celine Dion. But
I recorded it.
You did record it?
I did record it.
Excellent. I'll pop round and watch it with you one evening if that's all right. Lynn says, hi Joyous, Joe, Craig, the CTV team, Social Superstar and everyone. Hi Lynn. Who else here? Christine Mahoney says, good morning, happy Sunday. Christine Mahoney, can you please let us know what happened with your birthday yesterday? Have you got a sore head today? We would love to know. Sarah Brown says, lol, you having a chat about Neighbours? OMG, Craig, what's going to happen? It's the last month and it's gone. Hopefully they do reruns. I hope they do reruns. They do. I hope they do. That's a triple do there. I hope they do reruns, Craig. he's gone. I don't know what's going on over there.
I just got caught.
Did you?
Got
Do
caught.
what?
Yeah. When you were talking a minute ago, I was going like that up at the ceiling while the camera was on you. And Nicola went, what's wrong? And Erin went, aeroplane. There's an aeroplane going past.
Just flying around.
So to Nicola, I was doing that.
Yeah.
But Nicola decided to put me on the screen.
Oh dear. Rosalind says hi from Maryland. Gilmore says, I've never seen Top Gun all the way through. Caitlin says, I can't watch Top Gun, lol, not for me. There we are.
Well,
right. Should we do some work?
Let's do it.
All right then, let's get on with it.
it.
If you've got any questions, get them into me. Yeah. Let's go to Craig.
Let's go for it. Right, let's have a look at some finished samples here that you can be using the stamp set that you get within this little starter bundle here. So you've got kind of like, well, you've got 3 main ones. You've got this large rose, which is like 2 together. Then this has actually been coloured in case you want to know, with the pastel tones of the classiques that we've done. If you remember that pastel tones collection that we've done.
That
was
cute.
coloured in with that one there.
Nice gem on there as well.
Really nice, yeah, really nice. You would spot the gem, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You would spot the gem. Then what we've got is the bunny rabbit. So you can then stamp straight onto your card. Of course, you can then fussy cut if you want to, and then start to incorporate them onto your concepts. Again, there's one with that layered rose. So that one's already been layered for you. But if we go back to the bunny rabbit once again, then if we go back into the rose here, now the rose you've actually got two, and this smaller one, this is the one we're going to focus on in a moment, and we're going to do some layering. So if you like the thought of layering, but you're not overly confident doing it yourself, that rose will do it for you, but then you can easily come along and do it yourself. A couple more as well. Now, although we're going to be using the Illustrator pens, and you've got the Illustrator pens within this starter collection, you can be using any of your other colour mediums, even down to your watercolour mediums. You just need to change your cardstock. So that is them. So what I'm going to do, everything that I'm using is from this starter set here. So I've gone in with a piece of Arnina card at 4.5 inches by 6.5 inches. Now, I did tell a teeny little fib.
Okay.
The only extra item I'm using is a post-it note, a sticky note.
You like a sticky note at the moment, don't you?
I do, yeah. You can, if you want, use things out there such as masking sheets, or you can use your Pebeo drawn gum.
Okay.
Drawn gum, you just need to let it dry each time, whereas for something like this, it's not really suitable to do it for a length of overlay that I'm away to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to use the smaller stamp first. And I'm going to go and I'm going to use my Pebble, and I'm just going to use my smaller stamping platform for this. You could, if you want to, use your larger one, but I am just going to go in with my smaller one. And to start with, I'm going to go in and I'm going to ink up the first one. Let's bring in my stamping match to make it a bit easier for you to see as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start towards the bottom here, Joe. And there's a reason that I'm starting to the bottom and not in the middle. So I'm going to come in maybe about 1/2 inch from the left-hand side, and then I'm going to start by stamping. So I've got a little bit of an overhang on the base. So we've got that one here. If I press and remove, we've got a rose right at the bottom. So what I'm then going to do is just lightly ink it up, not too much. I'm going to go in with my post-it note. You can also do this with some thin paper in your temporary sprays that you've got. That's a good one to use. But this side here is where it's got my low tack stickiness. So all that I'm going to do is I'm going to do it so that it doesn't really matter which part of the rose is on that tacky backing, but we're going to press that one in, at least so I can see the outline. Doesn't matter if the whole impression's not stamped out, that's irrelevant. All that I'm wanting is to at least see the outline. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go round with my scissors and I'm going to fussy cut all the way round before we move on to the next bit. So work our way round. Really simply. So I'm just cutting away at excess bits. You can see, following around and all the way round. I like to go as close up to the line as possible because I don't want to have a shadow.
Sarah Brown says it's going to be a fun show watching these guys. They always make me laugh so much.
Good.
We try, don't we?
We do try.
We do try. Maybe it just comes naturally.
Yeah, maybe it does just come natural, actually.
Some days we try.
Some days we try, and they're the days it's not actually quite funny.
Yeah. I mean, we're not always funny. We're not performing seals.
No, we're not performing monkeys.
Oh.
You'd probably get a better show with them.
Our arms wouldn't be long enough for crafting. We
wouldn't be able to colour, would they?
It would be quite difficult. Quite hard picking stuff up.
Might be good at their colouring, the seals, you never know.
Maybe. In the mouth?
In the mouth,
of course.
You've not seen the painter seals that stick a paintbrush in their mouth and...
No, I haven't seen the painting seals.
You've not seen that?
How do they do it?
You know, let's say, I'll use one of my paintbrushes so no one can... But you know, like they put paintbrush into the paint and they go out to a seal and the seal will go like that onto canvas or something like that.
It's a bit abstract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets sold for a couple £100.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe we could start a new business doing that.
Could do. Give a seal a Illustrator pen. Oh gosh.
Oh dear.
So, what?
Not Seal the singer. No, just to be clarified.
Seal with a rose.
The species. Yeah. I'm thinking Seal's got hands, why is he doing it with his mouth?
Sealed with a kiss.
Oh dear.
So what I've done there is I've gone in and I've overlapped my template, my stencil that I've created over that rose there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up, and once again I'm going to overlap slightly onto the top of the rose. Now that sticky note is protecting the ink. So what that means is when I press my ink into place, remove it, it looks as though it's overlapped, which it have, but then if I remove that, what you've got is you've got the rose
Love that.
in the background. So what we can keep doing is we can do it again, and then we're going to ink and stamp up, and we're going to keep going all the way up. If you want to do a little pencil line so that you feel like you're going in that same line of direction, you can do. I guess you could
use this technique, cut multiples and sort of cluster them if you wanted as well, could you?
You can do, yeah. If you want to do a cluster, that's exactly what I would suggest. Do a couple of them.
Yeah.
And then what to do, whether it's little sticky notes or masking sheets, all that you would do is don't bin them, just tack them onto the back of your packaging, and then you've still got them from time and time again. But then if we lift and take that one away, we've now got that rose.
Very nice.
So if I started with the rose in the middle, now you might want to do this, it would look nice, but you would be left with a full rose, and then you've got roses going back in dimension towards the top and then back in dimension towards the bottom. Whereas I wanted kind of like a staged lineup of roses, hence why I've started to the bottom and worked my way up. And then all that I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm going to keep doing that just till we get to the end, and then we're going to come along and take these ones up to the top here. I'm just going to ask, Nicola just asked a good question, but I didn't quite catch it.
in the same direction, or can you twist them around if you want to?
You can absolutely twist them around if you want to. So although I'm going, as you say, in that same direction, if you wanted to twist it, you're going to get a different look each time, the way that you change the layout. So yeah, of course you can. Have fun with it. Have fun. See what you're going to create. And then take that one off. And then you've got... It's like every time that you take it off, it is like that little bit of magic, isn't it? It just looks really quite smart.
And just some very simple but very, very effective
And that's the thing. It's something so simple, and it is so effective. So take that away. Remove that one. Now we've got our line of roses, and as I say, that could then just tack onto the back.
Before you colour them, they do look a little bit like cabbages.
Yeah.
You could colour them as a cabbage if you wanted to.
I get that. Have the bunny at the side or something. I get that, yeah. Oh, thanks for that, Joe. All that time prepping, colouring, for you to come along and say it looks like a cabbage.
I love cabbage, by the way. Just
do it yourself. Do it yourself.
I do love cabbage. It just doesn't love me, unfortunately.
Oh no, not cabbage. Oh no.
Sandra says, today's mental challenge is to work on a birthday box in the style of Julia G's stationery box to hold cards up to A5 size, a birthday log, stamps and a pen.
Gina G?
Julia G.
Oh, Julia G.
Yeah, Julia
You said
G.
Gina G.
No.
Thinking, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Ooh, a little bit more. Tell me what you're looking for.
Here we go. Let's bring in our piece of cardstock now.
They're saying in the gallery.
I know what they're saying.
Let's come back into the box and show you. It's like I've got a very colourful fig leaf. Colour my fig leaf
Matches your colourful shirt.
Yeah. Colour my fig leaf happy.
Colour.
Stop. I think we're going to need bigger fig leaves. Oh dear. This is a lovely cabbage project. You should put some little dolls in there, little Cabbage Patch dolls. Oh, there we go. Snort. Snort, pound in the snort jar. Oh. It's only 20 minutes into the day. We did this yesterday, though, didn't we? We came out of the blocks fighting yesterday. We were a bit bonkers yesterday, and we got an hour into the day, and then we all started crying. We don't know why.
Oh, gosh. Ah, dearie me. Right here, so we've stamped out our roses there, and we've got our sentiment. Stamp that one out. You've got a couple of sentiments you can go from. Now, believe it or not, we are going to do some blending and shading. And what we're going to do is all 4 of the pens I'm away to use are still from the starter set.
Brilliant.
So although we've got the poppy, what I'm going to do, because there's only the one red, we're going to use burnt orange and some cocoa so we can still create that depth of redness. And then instead of going round with an ice grey too, like I tend to do, because I use the pebble, just to complement that pebble outline, I'm going to use brown grey too instead. So all that I'm going to do, although these are 3 different colours, I'm going to act as though it's still a light, a medium and a dark. That's
Excellent.
the way that I'm thinking of it. So I'm going to go down, I'm going to go into the bottom here. So I'm going to lay my red down as I would do any other colouring. So we're going to go in, I'm just doing section by section. And with the Illustrator pens, there is plenty of other shows and tutorials across on our YouTube. So if you're wanting to get fur, you're wanting to get movement within the branches and the trees and the forests, the Illustrator pens are really good for that because you've got your real flexible Japanese nib, whereas you can absolutely use these in a standard
Doesn't look like
way.
a cabbage, Craig, now.
Not now, no. Hopefully not anyway. My intention is to change that look to make it more of a rose. That's what I'm hoping.
I love this card, says Gilmore. Gilmore says, oh, what a way to wake up this morning. Lots of laughy faces. Sam's having a chuckle as well. Someone say they thought it looked like a lettuce. Not sure about that. Yeah. If your lettuce looks like that, then yeah, maybe take it back to the shop. It's roses. I thought it was a cabbage, says Christine Mahoney. You and me both. Do you want to know about what Christine Mahoney got up to on her birthday, Craig?
I do, yeah.
She said, I went out and played mini golf first with one daughter, her boyfriend, another friend, and my son. Then went and got an ice cream cone, way off my diet. Then with my guy friend, guy friend, Christine.
Guy friend.
Tell us more about the guy friend. We went to the park, had a bottle of wine and cheese and crackers, apples and caramel, went down the street and had another drink and another stack. It was a fun and relaxing day. Sounds glorious, doesn't it?
It does. Sounds really nice.
Craig, you need to colour them green, says Sam McDonald.
Do I? Yeah. No,
Can you do one like a cabbage?
I'm not doing one green, Nicola. I'm not spoiling this. Jeezy peeps.
It doesn't look so much like a cabbage on this way round. Just because it's red now. Thank you for showing this technique. I was racking my brain on how to do this, says Rachel. Who else? Emma Bailey says, I did this technique with a present stamp in the reveal kit, stack 5 high for a DL card. Great show, guys.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, sorry, I'm there.
So going in with the lightest tone, which is the red, but then also using the burnt orange and the cocoa as a replacement for your deeper shades. And it goes to show that even on a select amount of colours, you're getting 12, but still in a select amount, you can still start to do your blending and shading, which you can see into there. You can get that depth, even although it's more of an orange and a brown. So you're doing them in the exact same form as you would do if it was 3 shades of red. So I'm now going into the darker tone, which I would class as the cocoa, and going in, and where you've got your shadow lines, I'm going in with the darkness, and then using my burnt orange as the medium tone, and blending that one out.
It's funny that you can use an orange as a medium over 2 reds. I didn't realise that, Craig.
Well, that's it. It's because, of course, orange, even though it's a burnt orange, a darker orange, it's lighter than the red.
Right.
So what that's going to do is that's going to build up intensity in the depth of it.
Amazing.
So you're not seeing the red, you're not seeing the orange, but what you're seeing is the depth of that shade within that red. So that's how you can layer them up and you can use them as an alternative. So if you want to do shading and you are limited on the amount that you've got, this is a good way to show that you can still use some of your other deep colours as an alternative way to do blending and shading. Start off with the colour that you're wanting. So for instance, this one was the red. I wanted it to be red. Then I'm using a few of the others as a substitute. But going in, now you can either do the flicking action, or of course you can then go in and colour in as if you would with a tri-blend or a classic, and just go block in, so just go real in to the image. So I'm going to now go in once again with my deeper tone, which I would class as the cocoa. So we're going to go in into here. I'm going to put a little bit in where we've got the highlight lines, and then we're going to go in with what I would class as the light tone.
Gilmore says, I love red cabbage. Gilmore, you are funny.
You guys crack me up. So you
Does anyone know Victoria Wood?
Yeah, the comedian.
She's a very well-known northern comedian.
A legend.
She says, there's a couple of really good ones. She's doing the news report. She says, good evening to our viewers in the north. It must be awful for you. Just that, just generally. But the other one she does is her in a supermarket, and she's like, red cabbage, how much? Red cabbage, no idea. And it's just, that's it, just silly, like silly humour. And all I can think in my head is, red cabbage, how much? Red cabbage, no idea. It's like there's two women, she's like holding the red cabbage, and she's like, red cabbage, how much? But it's like red cabbage is like a, you know, like a handle. So she starts saying red cabbage every time she talks back to her. You kind of had to be there.
You do, but I do remember the sketch you're on about.
Did you? And she has a show called Acorn Antiques, and it's one of the sketches. She's on the phone. She goes, "Well, it certainly sounds like a real Picasso, but I'd have to see it to be sure," which always makes me laugh.
Oh, it was Dinner Ladies.
Oh, and Dinner Ladies. Epic programme.
Epic programme.
Meeta Gilmore, one of the must-have range of veg for Christmas dinner. Red cabbage, apparently. A delicious dinner to be sure. Sarah Brown says, I love my Illustrator markers. Great point. The Illustrators, they are the top of the tree, really, aren't they, Craig, when it comes to all the markers that we offer. I remember Leanne saying that it's the nib really makes it special. The nib apparently is worth more than the rest of the pen combined, cost-wise. So that's why they're a real artist quality pen.
Yeah, and you find, and I know, and I hear myself saying this a lot, certainly on our Colour Me Happy or Spectrum Noir shows, but it's a good point to always point out, and that is there's a reason that we have world-renowned artists that are now using our Spectrum Noir range, our Illustrator range, or our Classic range.
Yeah, if you're on Instagram as well, go over and follow Spectrum Noir. It's amazing Instagram page over there. Gilmore was asking where the sentiment is from. It's in the starter kit, isn't it, Craig?
Yeah,
the rose, yeah.
Same stamp set you've got there, wishing you a lifetime of happiness. So yeah, that's there. So other than the stamping platform, this has all been done using the starter kit.
Amazing.
So I'm just going to do just a couple more, Joe, just because I want to really show you how you can blend using the three together. So let's go in and then let's use these corners here.
It's now definitely looks like a flower.
Definitely.
Now, Craig.
Convinced you all that it is a flower? Good. Well, here's one I done earlier that I coloured like I'm only joking. So going in here, I suppose you could colour them any way that you want. Once you get them home, they're yours to do whatever you like. But we're going in, colouring them up.
Christine Mahoney says, weird, I had red cabbage in my fish taco last night.
Fish taco?
I love how random these are. It was Sandra actually who was asking about the sentiment, sorry, not Gilmore.
Oh, can I just say, Gilmore, your craft along that you posted on Facebook page earlier on today is absolutely incredible. Thank you for posting it and tagging me. It worked an absolute treat.
And I am still a little bit gutted, Craig.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't the card of the day?
I'm going to be completely
Do you
honest
reckon
with
if we
you.
just switched it out, anyone would know?
Taking out the picture that was in it of myself, I actually thought it was going to win because it was the cute characters. I thought a lot of you at home would have voted for it
I
to
thought
win.
you were about to say you thought you were going to win because of how ravishingly handsome you were in the photo that was in there.
I think that's maybe why it didn't win, because that picture was in it.
Absolutely not.
Because the picture was in it. But I did think that was the big guns for me to try and win Demo of the Week. And it's gone. My dreams are shattered. I'm going to have to rely on a few of the other ones.
Yeah, we could just switch it out. It's a tight week this week, actually. You have to make sure you join us in Second Chance Sunday. We only have 2 gnomes. It wasn't like the other week where it was the dragonflies. Was it like 5 of them were all dragonflies? My money is on cover your ears, Craig. Well, I don't know what happens today. I think Debbie Robinson's going to take some beating this week. And I don't know whose this is, but they'll be disqualified, no name. Michelle's craft along, very lovely. Really nice. But I do think Debbie is in the running with her gnome.
With the gnomes.
But then it could be Craig's gnome.
Some really,
you know who
really
gets to
good
decide,
ones.
though? Not us, Craig.
Not us.
Not us.
But then
You, Nickers, you're not allowed to vote.
we've still got the rest of today. I might bring something out the bag. You guys will be like, oh, that's a humdinger.
Gilmore says, Craig, the gnomes were not as ravishing, but they won. You'll be able to do a Corin and just have a party political broadcast on why you should win, Craig, in the show later.
That's true, yeah. Could do. Put in my plea.
You get so much dimension, don't you, when you use these? Like,
You
it is
do.
unbelievable. You look at the flower above and look at the flower that you've coloured, and it is just unrecognisable. One looks like a rose, one looks like a cabbage.
I know, yeah. It is. It's really different. And all that I'm doing, and I do say this every now and again, certainly when I'm using the illustrators, all that I'm doing is I'm just laying down the base colour and then I'm just flicking in some highlights. That's all that I'm doing. And although, as I always say, do section by section, what I want to do is I really want to do this one, so we've done a full one before I can show you what my finished result looks like. So I've gone in and I'm laying down that lighter tone. So going in, where we've got these highlights, I'm just going in, I'm just dabbing some of that cocoa in here, cocoa into there.
I should cocoa.
Cocoa.
Cacao! I am weird, Erin. They're not thinking I'm weird. I am very strange. I fully own that. I embrace it. Normal is very boring, is what I have come to work out.
True that. True that indeed.
Normal is one of my least favourite words in the whole of the English language, you know. I hate it.
Oh.
I like the word moist. I also like the word gusset very much. But yeah, normal, not a word for me.
Mm-hmm.
Craig doesn't like. Let me know. Actually, this is a good topic of conversation. Let me know what words you do not like in the comments. Please keep them clean. No swears. Do please. I mean, I was about to say don't swear, but I think I should say do please keep them clean. Lush is Craig's. He hates the word lush. Don't you, Craig?
Oh, I hate it. Oh. Yeah, Laura Middleton, many of you at home will remember she used to say it all the time. She used to say it all the time.
Is that why you didn't like it?
Because she said it.
Because she said it a lot?
No, I just don't like the word.
Because you know some people have a word, don't they? My new word at the moment is delicious.
Right.
Everything's delicious.
Delicious.
I'm having a delicious night out. This is a delicious show with Craig. I'm having some delicious food afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, lush. Nope, hate it. It gives, yuck. Anyway. So, going back to our cabbage, sorry, Rose. what I've done is using the three tones. Once again, that was poppy as the base, then create extra depth. I've gone in with cocoa and burnt orange. Then I've gone round the edge with brown grey too. So I would continue all the way up and then...
Ooh,
your
that's
left.
Lovely. They're definitely not cabbages now.
So if you spend a little bit more time, obviously we are always against it slightly here, but you can see where we're going with that. So just go in section by section. That's going to be a big tip for you in any colouring that you do, and then you can start to build up that colour all the way up. And then all I'm doing for something like this, because you've spent all of that time, what you don't want to do is put a lot of stuff on it to distract the eye, because you want the eye to go on what you've done. So all that I'm doing is going on with a bit of black card. So matte layer of black card here. We can then pop that one on.
Lots of love coming in for this at the moment.
I have to admit, I do love this sort of technique. It's something that it's very, very simple, and yet the effect that you get is absolutely incredible. But then take it one step further. There's a couple of these you could then start to fussy cut and decoupage if you want to. You've got that option. But a lovely little 5x7 card, coloured with the sentiment, all from the starter kit, and that's all that you need to do. So starting off with the base one, and then just building and building that colour. That took me, I want to say, it was about 2.5 hours to do that. Yeah. Because I just sat and I had the music on. I just done one by one by one, paid attention on each one at a time, then built it up. So, you know, something like that, it's not something that you can do that in 10 minutes just with one colour if you want. Absolutely, you can do it. You'd get a lovely effect. But by doing the blending and shading, spending that little bit of time, although it says a starter kit, by absolutely no means does it have to mean that it's simply a starter for you to get started. You can continue and do all of your different techniques that you want to within that stamp set.
Amazing. Great for a wedding card, that one, I'm thinking.
Yes,
right?
really good, Joe.
Gorgeous. Lots of love coming in. Beautiful, says Linda. Gilmore loves the way I say cathartic.
Cathartic.
Cathartic. Yes. Rahelia asks, can you use multi-purpose paper with alcohol pens, Craig?
Multi-purpose, yes, you can do. Yeah, so we'll always, Nina is always your best. Absolutely, it's to do with the layering, the fibres, and the cardstock itself. If you're out of Nina cardstock, your multi-purpose is a nice alternative until you get more. So Nina, if you can, always make sure you stock up. You get it in that starter set. But if you don't have any, don't worry, don't panic. Until your new stock arrives, you can use multi-purpose for a while.
Lots and lots of love coming in for that, Craig, from Linda, Debbie, Gilmore, Sensational Sky, all loving that. If you want to start your Illustrator colouring journey, remember what you're going to get in here then. 3 packs of your Illustrators, so 12 markers total. They are a double-ended marker. You've got the basic, which gives you poppy, denim, canary and deep pink. Then you've got the natural, and in there you get the apricot, the burnt orange, the caramel, and also the cacao, and you've got the essentials there as well, which has a true black, the brown, 2 of the brown greys, and a blender pen. You also, remember, get the perfect cardstock, the Nina cardstock, and you're getting a couple of stamps in here. One of them being your cabbages and or roses, of course, and the other one being that gorgeous bunny too. £41.99, £59.99. Talking about words that people hate, or hate's a very strong word, isn't it? But Sandra's hubby is allergic to the words Monday and alarm, especially when they are used in a sentence together. I don't think he's alone there. Kate says, I hate the words wishy-washy. Makes my skin great.
I'm like that with the word snacks.
Sorry?
Snacks.
Snacks, you don't like it?
I don't know. No, that makes my skin crawl. Snacks.
Does it?
Anyone want snacks? Ugh. Yeah. Isn't it weird how words
it's
can
really
do that
funny.
to you?
It must be that someone that irritates. Yeah. I think what happens is, it's situations in which you're irritated and maybe someone uses the word over and over again, maybe that makes you go a bit funny.
The word that I used to hate.
What if someone says like, oh, they're a snack? Do you like it used in that way?
Well, I've never in that like situation, but no, the word snack, no.
Just snack, whether it's to describe food or people.
Doesn't matter. The other one I used to hate, I'm fine now, but I used to watch Delia Smith, UK chef here in the UK. She used to say a lot, indentation. That used to annoy me, but I'm fine with it now.
I don't like Jamie Oliver used to say bish bash bosh all the time. That used to oof me. Chris, give me the. I think the ick is what it gives you, isn't it? That's a good way to describe it. The ick. Christine Manning says, I hate it when people say it is what it is. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Or the other one that annoys me, Craig, is do you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Like, I'm going to do like just so I'm going to put that. If you could do that there, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a nothing word, isn't it? It's a nothing statement. Anyway, we're like two grumpy old men today. I want to share with you the 6x6 stamping platform, and it comes with a stamping mat as well, which is brilliant. Great for doing techniques like Craig just showed you there. $15.79 or $19.90, which is brilliant. I've then got a larger collection for you of the Illustrators. Now, I've got them here on these boards. This is how they come in the 4-packs. I'll just whiz through the ones you've got. Brilliant having them together in their colour packs because you know which ones will work together. So you've got the Delicates. You will also get this one here, which is your Vintage. You've got the Verdant, which is that one there. You will also get the Aquatic, the Natural. This one here is a Stylish. Then you've got the Basics, your Essentials, and the Botanical as well, which is brilliant. $73.99 or $111.99. Saving you £25, $37. If you want even a bigger collection, then you can go for those. We have got a 48 pen collection. It's these ones just. Oh, I'm very sore today. It's these ones just. You right? These ones just here. Oh, they thought Tracy was coming in.
Did they?
Yeah. You've got the 12-pack. So in here you've got the figure, which is that one just there. You will also get the sketching selection. The seascape selection, that's hard to say.
Seascape selection.
Yeah, and you've got the landscape as well. $73.99 or $133.99. You texting my mum. I say that to Jake all the time when I leave my iPad out. So I stopped texting my mum. Right.
She said you're looking well today.
Did she? Thanks, Mum. Don't forget about that buy more, save more that we've got running at the moment. You'll save 10 when you spend 50, save 20 when you spend 100, save 30 when you spend 150. You just need to make sure you put the right code in, and they are all just here for you. But you can use them as many times as you like.
You know that Cheryl Cole album where it had that kind of tear down the
Yeah, look, it's you.
That's me. I need at an angle.
Yeah, perfect.
You gotta fight.
Anyway, shall we just give you a moment to check out your baskets? Let's. Here's one of our quick buys.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together, and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes, and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
All the details of Club Inspire. Very, very busy show we're having on this Sunday morning. It is just Sunday morning still
It
here
is.
in the UK.
15 minutes still to go.
What would you be doing at this time on a Sunday if you weren't here at Crafters TV, Craig?
Oh, I would be up by now, that's for sure.
I should hope so. It's almost the afternoon.
Wouldn't be It's Sunday, but I wouldn't be ready by now. I would be catching up with probably, I seem to be in a routine at the moment where on a Sunday morning I catch up with Friday night's Gogglebox.
Friday's Gogglebox,
Friday's
right?
Gogglebox. Anything else like that on the TV before, well, depends what I'm doing that day, whether it's doing bits of prep or housework or going out and doing something for the day. But yeah, I'm definitely not showered and changed by this point.
I like to be up and out on a Sunday, I must say. By like 10,
Yeah.
we have a nice little makers market, like
Yeah.
not that far from my house. So normally on a Sunday, if I'm at home, I will get up and have a little wander down there. I'll probably be eating a little pastry or something about now.
Yeah, and saying that, I was well and truly up and ready by this time last week, with being back home in Scotland. So I'd gone into Dundee for the morning.
Oh,
so I'd gone
did you go to the V&A?
Pancake, no, I went to Pancake
You didn't
place.
go to the V&A?
No, it was, I just said flying visit.
Oh, I really want to go. I'm desperate to go to the V&A in Dundee. I'm going to go. I was discussing it with a friend just the other day.
Yeah.
And we were talking about, there's a very nice hotel in Dundee. We can get staying at. Anyway, we digress. Let's move on.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Got ya.
Anyway, let's look at
Got
this stuff. Yeah, all right.
I see what you mean.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise you were there. Look, you don't want to see my hair, you want to see this hair.
Right on the waterfront of Dundee.
Yes, that
Yeah.
one. I'm embarrassed now, let's go. Right, the hair. You've also got the film mice there. You've got that wonderful puddy cat. Then you've got... It was a very gruff dog. I thought it'd be more like... That one.
Do you know who's got a dog like that?
Sorry?
Do you know who's got a dog like that? Judy Shineland.
Who?
My mate, Judy Shineland. Justice Judy.
Judge Judy. Oh, Judge Judy. Has she?
Yeah.
Nice.
Couple of them.
You've also got the daisies there as well. And you've got... It's a fox, not a wolf. I've been corrected in the comments, yes. I did say wolf in the earlier...
What did the fox say?
Yeah, it is a fox. That's what the fox said. These are on a great deal, by the way. £16 or $22 is what you save, but they're very low in stock. There's hardly any left. There is less than 15 chances to get your hands on these, so please do go to the checkout. Double speed if you can. 1078 or 1501 if you're a platinum member. Talking about words that people don't like. Kathy says, I don't hate it, but I refuse to use the word cool.
Cool. Yeah.
Ah, cool. I like cool.
Yeah, I like
That's quite cool.
The other thing, actually, going back to Judge Judy, I don't hate the word, and I say it quite a lot, and I know I say it quite a lot, but if you're speaking to someone and you're talking about something, they go, well, basically. Whenever someone says to me, basically, I just think of Judge Judy. It's like, no, there's no such word as basically. Tell me exactly what you want to tell me. Yeah.
Literally is one of
But
those.
as I say, I do say it. I'll start a conversation and I'll be saying like basically. So
The thing is, when you work, like doing a job like this, everyone has their thinking
course they do,
words, don't
yeah.
they? And everyone has words that they use in order to like patch between two sentences, like
Yeah,
is the
I
most
say that
commonly
a
known
lot,
one.
a lot.
Or so, or anyway.
amazing.
Like, that's amazing, gorgeous. So I didn't mean to use it then, but do you see? I did and Anne's next comment is, I don't like people that starting a sentence with the word so.
Oops.
So, do you know what else I think it is on a psychological level? I think when you use the word so, you're telling someone to shut up and listen to you so you can tell them what you need to do. You're like, so, you know, what you're saying is, excuse me, listen to me please, so I'm going to tell you something important.
So, going on with these
Silence.
illustrators and stamp sets, what we're going to be doing is, let's have a look at these ones before the sellout. We're going to use our fresh florals. And what we're going to use is we're going to use some of the botanical, we're going to use some of the verdant, and we're going to use one of the vintage here. So what we can do is we can go in, and I'm going to use the pebble just because I've got it to hand here and it's in that starter kit, but you could, of course, if you want to, use your Noir Black if you want. So we're going to go into here. So I'm going to stamp, and then what I am going to do, where's my 6x6 one, seeing as we've got that on the show. I'm going to go in, let's take my one out, my craft bag here. So going in, you can see that this one's been well loved and used by now. And it's still alcohol proof. So everything that is Illustrator based, tri-blend based, classic based, you're going to be looking for your alcohol proof. What I absolutely love about our Harmony ink pads is that we've got a picture of our alcohol pen there. So instantly I can see it's for my alcohol. So we're going to go in there.
If you use wax-based pencils, Craig, or even watercolour pencils, what ink pads would you use for those? Nickers would like to know.
Really, that's a really, really good question, Nicola. And for anyone else wondering at home, so your water-based pencils, because they're water-based, you want to use your waterproof. So, you know, it still goes the same as if it's a water-based pen.
Of course.
Your pencils, what you need to think of is most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time with your pencils, you're going to be blending with your alcohol solution. So therefore, if it's alcohol, you need your alcohol proof.
Okey-doke.
So even if you're not using the alcohol blending solution, you still use your alcohol proof. So that's the way I say to people, remember your colour blend pencils, you would potentially blend with your alcohol solution, alcohol, so therefore alcohol proof.
Amazing.
So hopefully that helps. Let's go into there. You're welcome, Nicola, and anyone else that's helped out at home. I hope that has helped. But there we go. We're going to go in with our Nina cardstock once again, and I'm using my stamping platform, a 6x6 one, with my stamping mat. So I always like to keep one hand still and move the other one. So it doesn't matter which hand it is, we're just going to place one and then press the other one.
Treasure Heart said it's thundering so loudly it startled me awake. Oh, that's a bit of an abrupt start to Sunday, isn't it? But woke you up in time for the show, so swings and roundabouts.
It did, didn't it? There we go. So stamped out, really crisp, clear stamped impression, and that's with the pebble. So what we can then do is, when it comes to the botanical, I'm going to go in with the fuchsia, I'm going to go frost pink, and I'm also going to go pink violet for these ones here. So what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to go in, so the fuchsia I'm going to act as my pink frost I'm going to act as my light, my pink violet I'm going to act as my mid-tone, and my fuchsia I'm going to act as my dark tone. So what I can do is put them in the right order, because I'm going to use my brush nibs for these ones. And then what I'm going to do is, because these are quite small petals, I am going to do a couple at a time. So not necessarily doing one at a time like I explained about the rose, and that's only down to the size of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and start in at the base of the flower, and then what we can then do is go in and bring that colour in. So starting off with the light. So I'm going to jump to what I would class as my darker, being the fuchsia. So we can go in, add in that highlight where your highlight lines already are, and I'm kind of doing the flicking forward motion. I'm then going to go in, and then I'm going to go back to the frost pink, because what I'm doing is I'm not actually going to do the 3-tone blend. What I'm going to do is do the 2-tone blend, and then I'm going to use that pink violet as an additional accent within the centre of the floral. So if I bring that one in, so I'm going to go back now to the fuchsia, and I'm going to extend that a little bit further up by flicking. and then I'm going to let that settle itself into the alcohol.
It's one of my favourite stamps to see you coloured, this one.
This one, is
And
it?
I think it's so, because I think it's quite a straightforward one, isn't it?
It is, actually. Yeah, it really is.
Sylvia says, in it, especially when it's painfully grammatically incorrect, is a word that they hate. In it. That's very much if you live in the part of the world where I came from and where the lovely Lynn Harvey lives, in it is used a lot. Isn't it? It's obviously a shortened version of that. Betsy Black says, don't like it when someone says whatever. You know, or whatever. Also, Terry Tom says, I was not raised in Ohio. The word like drives me crazy how it's used in almost every sentence in Ohio. It's like so annoying. Like, why is it necessary to like use it like all the time?
Yeah,
that's what Terry's written there. Yeah.
I can say it like a lot.
Not singing me like. Rosalind says I use my Illustrators as that in-between shade that's not quite there with the tri-blends or the colourist markers, gives you options for more depth. That's a great point, isn't it, Craig, how all of the alcohol markers will play nicely together?
Of course they will, absolutely. Well, the thing is, Joe, your alcohol colour, code-wise, are the same as your classiques. So, you know, they are going to work really well. So whether you're going to, of course, do your refills. So if you are wanting to mix and match, you absolutely can do, no problem at all. Maybe there's certain areas you find it easier going in with that fine brush nib, then you can do that. You have a play. See what's comfortable for you. It's all about what's comfortable for you, what gives you the biggest satisfaction, the proudness once you've finished your work, and then what you find easy to use, what you find gives you the best satisfaction. This is where you're going to continue to grow. So yeah, go for it.
Linny's got a good one, Craig. She says, when someone is being specific, but they say Pacific instead. Grrr. The other one that, there, and there. That's a popular sort of mixed up one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yours, you are,
yeah,
is the other one, isn't it? It's a very complicated language, English. I mean, I've still yet to master it, to be honest.
Well, they do say, well, snap, same. They do say English is one of the hardest languages to learn.
And to be honest, everyone knows what as long as people know what you mean, that's the main thing, isn't it?
It is. It really is. You know, and you know, I get mixed up with my words and stumble sometimes, but I am quite good with knowing the difference between there, and there, and those sorts of word scenarios.
Do you know the one I confuse?
What's that?
And it's a really silly one. Borrow and lend.
Borrow and lend.
I will often say, can I lend something from you? Which is the incorrect use of the word.
Okay.
Because I borrow it from you, or I lend it to you. You borrow it to me, or I lend it from you. So borrowing is the act of being given something. Can I borrow that, please? Someone giving it is the act of lending it. But if I'm giving you something, I'm actually lending it to you, not borrowing it to you.
Well, that's too much for a Sunday morning.
So when you say, can I lend that, that's incorrect.
I wouldn't go there, Joe. I'm not following.
You're not getting it?
No.
In the gallery? Yeah, they're following.
Well, they're not colouring. They're just pressing buttons.
Ooh. Shots fired. The other ones that wind me up, Craig, Crimbo instead of Christmas, no thank you.
Yeah.
And when people say Glasto instead of Glastonbury, no thank you. Not enjoying that at all. It's Glastonbury, not Glasto. I don't like it. I get very protective.
When people say to me, you watch the WWF, don't you? No. It's not been WWF for like 20 years now.
Yeah, or people saying Manny instead of Manchester. Manny, not good. Not allowing that one. Anyway, enough about us whinging.
They're not talking to me now in the gallery.
Okay, turns out if we're not whinging, we're just not doing anything. We're not saying anything today. So, silence! Your flower is looking gorgeous, Craig.
So what I've been doing is I've gone in and I've been doing the two-tone blend instead to start with. So using the MG1 Pink Frost and MG3 as my light and darker. So I've been colouring them in, blending them in, letting them settle, and then I've been coming along and adding some of the extra detail with the pink violet. So I've gone and done that bit, so I'm just going to let that bit settle so I can go in. So what I've been doing is I've been going in with the base of the pink, frost pink, so laying that completely down. So completely down with my ink all the way down. And then what I'm doing is that's kind of giving it the base, it's kind of priming it. And then what I'm doing is I'm going in with the fuchsia and I'm creating that highlight. Where I've got that highlight lines, I'm going to go back into the pink frost and I'm going to blend that out. And then I'm going to go back in to the fuchsia and I'm going to do some larger flicking. And while that pink frost is still wet underneath, that's going to give me that flicking action, but it's going to blend into the background. So this little bit I've already done a moment ago. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the pink violet, and really I'm just at the base of the highlight lines. I'm going to add some. I'm going to go into some of these little individual petals, creating a little bit extra highlight. And that's what it is, into the highlight, into the corners. I'm just going to go in, and then any of the little bits of the petals that I've missed, I can go back in with the pink frost and finish that into here. If I turn that one around, I'm going to go in with the
We've sort of turned into the Sunday Whinge Club in the comments, Craig, and I'm here for it. I'll read you some out shortly.
Yeah, do that.
Maybe you want to get your Sunday whinges in before the end of the show. Your opportunity to have a good old whinge about anything you want to.
Good old whinge.
Have a whinge and a moan, let it all out, and we'll go into a new week together, all feeling very zen. How about that?
Let's do it.
I think the Sunday Whinge Club could be a thing.
Could be, couldn't it?
Could be, yeah. Erin's been whinging a lot, apparently. She's a fully paid up card carrying member of the Sunday Whinge Club. Yeah.
Who's on next Sunday? It'll be Ben next Sunday, isn't it?
It will be Becky Swan on this side of the studio next Sunday.
So it is.
I will be hungover. I won't be. I'm going to see the Killers on Saturday night next week in London, yeah.
No, I was just thinking that they're going to come in next Sunday, and we've started the Sunday morning Moan Club, and they'll be like, what's this all about? So we're going in with the Verdant now, and all that I've done is I've gone in with the Meadow, and I'm creating my highlight with the Emerald, where the highlight lines are. So nothing overly complicated, very simple.
Ignore me, please. I won't. I will be here next Sunday. Possibly hungover, who knows? No, I keep thinking next week is the Jubilee weekend. It's the weekend after, isn't it?
No.
Sorry, excuse my ignorance. I am going to London Jubilee weekend, yes. And staying with friends because my oh my, you should see the price of the hotels, Craig.
Could imagine.
You know, like the basic hotel, like the one that the cheapest one that you'd stay in. They're pretty clean, they're all right, they're all over London. £400 a night.
Wow.
£400 a night.
Wow. So you're staying with friends?
Sorry, I'm staying with friends. Luckily, I've got some friends that live in Clapham, which is a very nice area, so I should go and stay with them, which will be lovely. I was meant to be going to a music festival Friday and Saturday, Craig. However, yesterday I got the devastating news that Agnes had pulled out, who was the main reason I was going kind of to the whole festival, but especially on the Saturday. Not really too sure why. But I double booked myself and I had tickets to go and see the Killers, supported by Sam Fender, at the Emirates Stadium, which is the Arsenal Football Club stadium, as well. And I hadn't yet told the friends, it's quite bad of me, I hadn't yet told the friends that I double booked on that I double booked. And obviously that was for a reason, wasn't it? Because now I'm going to do one day at the festival and one day at a gig.
Yeah.
It's going to be a right party atmosphere. We've got the Queen's, the concert looks incredible, Craig. Have you seen the lineup?
I've not, no.
Would you like me to read it to you?
Yeah, go for it. I'll just quickly explain here. I went in with the 2 greens and coloured in, and then for the centre of the flower, I went in with the vintage and used dusty purple, and I just sort of dabbed so that I'm creating some natural white highlights. And then what I've done is I've gone in with my white gel pen. Now, if you've got your Colour Academy, you'll have a gel pen within that one. I know many had purchased a gel pen after seeing me doing this technique a few times. And all that I'm doing is I'm just creating additional highlights by very, very roughly sketching some highlights all the way round, down. And then I would continue to do that, Joe, into my other flower. Look at the depth that you can start to get. You can get so much depth.
Beautiful.
And I've already used my nesting die. So I've used my fancy ovals nesting die to layer that one up. You can see how that comes together. And then I've gone in with the With Love Sentiment Stitched Edge Circle. This With Love is on that same stamp set. And then all that I need to do is assemble my little fold back card together, pop it on, and then that's another beautiful card done using the floral stamps.
Amazing. Absolutely gorgeous. It really is. So, Craig, it is Queen Adam Lambert, Jax Jones, Mabel, Steph London, Elbow, Craig David, George Ezra, Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Sir Elton John, Sam Ryder, Sir Rod Stewart, Andrea Bocelli, Duran Duran, Nile Rodgers, Alicia Keys, Hans Zimmer, Celeste, Sigala, Ella Eyre, Misha Paris, and Diana Ross. What a lineup! This is the Platinum Jubilee party at the Palace, Saturday the 4th of June. We'll be live on the BBC. No T-Swizzle, I'm afraid.
I cannot wait to see the Queen's face when some of these acts come on.
Oh yeah, such as maybe Steph London and Jax Jones. You know she's not going to be there at that point, don't you? She will just turn up for. She'll turn up for Diana Ross and Elton John at the end. That'll be it. Do you think the Queen gets down to Sigala? I don't think she does. She likes a bit of Rod Stewart.
They might put these ones on her taste start. They might use Elton John to open it. So she's there.
I think Queen Adam Lambert are opening it.
Are they opening it?
There's going to be 3 stages in the Palace grounds, not 1 but 3 stages.
3? And
they will use the whole of the front of Buckingham Palace as a projector screen, I'm being told. And they'll project lots of images and events from the Queen's times of the Queen's reign on the front of the palace. It'll be amazing. It really will.
My stepdad, my mum as well, but my stepdad always, because his age range, loved Queen, but they're both a huge fan of Queen nowadays as well, with Adam Lambert. They've been to see them a couple of times, and actually are away to see them again in London, funny enough. Actually, it's the week after. It's the week after. I'm going home to Scotland again for a couple of days to doggy sit Clemmy, so they can come down to London for a few days. So, yeah,
I remember the Golden Jubilee concert.
I remember that, yeah.
Which was amazing. I feel like the Diamond Jubilee wasn't as big as either the Golden Jubilee or this Platinum Jubilee, and I'm not too sure why. Do you remember they had the flotilla along the Thames?
That's right. Yeah. That's
amazing.
Right. I remember that. But there we go. What we've got there is we've gone in with our flowers, so we've used that little collection of stamps. I say little, quite a substantial collection there at that certainly fab platinum price, but used 3 of these additional sets of the Illustrator pens to build up that shading, do the 2-tone shade, then I've gone in with that highlight, finishing it off with a little gel pen if you want to.
Amazing. Let me share with you again what you're getting in that particular collection there then. A really lovely set. We are down to single figures now on these, so if you want them, you'll have to be quick. You've got the Meadow Hare. I was going to say the Head-O Mare, that's different. You've got the Field Mice, your Catitude, Pause for Thought, Fresh Florals, and Fabulous Fox in there as well. You'll get all 6 of those for that brilliant price, and you are saving more than you're spending, which is always glorious, isn't it? We have got some Nina cardstock for you as well available. You are saving over 20% here, which is lovely, £11 or $17. We are also want to share with you the alcohol-proof finesse ink pad in the rustic brown, really versatile in that colour. $5.99 and $8.95. We've also got it in the pebble as well. Pebble. which is this one here, £5.99, £8.95 again. We're going to go to something I've never, ever seen next, Craig.
I've seen, but I've never featured them on any of our shows.
I've never seen this before, and it is our colouring pad. And I want to share with you all the images, glorious images that you've got within here. And you get little toppers too. What does it look like when it's together? That's the thing I don't know. I'll have a look. So you've got this one here. So they are all of your sheets and your toppers. And then you get that. That's what it then looks like when it's done. You've got lots of these though. So we've then got the next one in here for you. So then you've got, oh, that's what they're going to look like when they are coloured. That one here is your next one, sort of a fantasy one, that one, which is beautiful. It's your Enchanted Adventure. And then this one here, love it with all of the abstract animals. It's your Spiritually Wild, which is brilliant. So you get all of them in there for that. £31.95 or £41.55. Platinum members, £25.56 or £33.24. Lots of the word police are out, Craig, in
the word police?
In fours. Woo! That's the siren for the word police. Are and our are two misused words. A-R-E versus O-U-R. Are you going to our barbecue? Our. There's one.
Yeah.
Compliment versus complement. Oh. So a compliment. So compliment with an I is I'm going to say how beautiful you're looking today. That's a compliment. Whereas the Nina cardstock is the perfect complement to a pen. What I is saying something positive about someone. E is something that works well with something. There you go. This is one that always gets me, and even this year I've been trying to make an effort to learn it. Effect versus affect. Effect.
Okay.
So what is going to affect something, and what was the effect of that? And the way I learn it is A before E in the diary. So A is the action, E is the result. That's how I remember it, but it's very, very difficult. Accept with an X versus accept with an A. So accept being accept, I think you're forgetting, or I'm accepting a gift from you. These are great, I love these. Insure versus ensure. So we insure our car, but we ensure that we have insured our car in order so as we don't get told off. So please ensure you've got insurance, Craig. Do you like that one? He loves it. It's versus its, ITS, IT apostrophe S. It's, as in, it's going to be cold today. No, I've just used that wrong because that would be it's with an apostrophe, wouldn't it? It's and it is. Yeah, it's meant to be it is, it should be IT apostrophe S. And there, and there. There's another one. Rosalind sent those in. He's gone, that's it, he's gone. Terry Tom says, supposedly, instead of supposedly. People get that wrong all the time, apparently. Of instead of have. I should of, when it always is I should have. Irregardless is not a word. People say, well, irregardless of that, it's not a word. It's actually regardless is what you should be using. No I there. Honestly, it's like Dictionary Corner over here today. I'm loving it. Who else we got here? Yeah, any other whinges? Sunday Whinge Club is open. Any other whinges you've got, get them in. There could be whinge based about anything, Craig, not just about the incorrect use of the English language. It could be absolutely anything. But anyway, enough of that, Craig. I think Craig's quite keen to get back to the colouring at this point.
So, let's have a wee look at these pads here. So I've got a couple of them here, but we're going to have a look and we're going to colour in with this gorgeous unicorn. But this is how you're going to get it home. This one is the Enchanted Adventure. So you've got your 39 sheets here. They are 5 inches by 3.75 and they're 240 GSM. So they all combined in. All you need to do is just peel them out. So really, really simply, they just pull out. You can see here, you've got all your different ones all the way through all done for you, so you don't need to worry about having the stamps and having the ink to stamp them. They're all there for you. You just pull out the ones you need to colour, and you've got some sentiment at the back as well. So that's exactly the same for all of them, all the different themed little pads. You've got them all there with different sentiments, your floral ones, the peacocks, different ones, all included. So that's how they come. So nicely bind together, and then you can just sit them on your shelf if you want to. But let's bring in this one. So we're going to colour with this one, and what we're going to do, Joe, is we're going to use our verdant greens for this one here. So we're going to use the 4 of them, and then what I'm also going to do just shortly is to create the, because I don't want the unicorn, I want it white, but I don't want it just be cardstock white. I'm going to go in with my stylish, and I'm going to use
Stylish.
Shock Horror Ice Grey 2.
Ice Grey 2, what a shock.
Absolutely. So let's go in, and then we can, good thing with this, I love stamping with my inks. At least you don't need to worry about having the ink and the stamping platform. You can go straight into colouring. So what I'm going to do is let's go in, I'm going to start actually on the main, if you would call it a main, with a unicorn. And I'm going to use the GT2 and the GT3. So this is the aquamarine and teal. And this is once again showing you, Joe, how you can blend with just 2 tones.
I'd love a G&T, wouldn't you, Craig?
Would be nice.
On a Sunday afternoon, yes,
well, not a tonic. I would have a gin and lemonade.
Oh, no, see, I've started to get elderflower tonic, Craig, and it has transformed the way... You know how tonic is quite dry, isn't it? Like a bit...
Yeah.
I've decided that I quite like now... We know not the Christmas gone, the Christmas before... We got the option of what we'd like, didn't we? And I got the Durham gin.
So did I.
Delicious. Well, because I'm not a it sounds like I've been on the gin, doesn't it? Because I'm not a gin drinker, I haven't really tried it. But then someone said try it with elderflower tonic and a few fresh berries in the glass. And my, oh my, Craig, it's heavenly.
Is it nice?
Just wait a minute. Can we stop the show whilst Erin just pops off and puts that into her Morrison's order, please? She is just popping it in a Morrison's order. Yeah, I find a few blueberries in there because they don't really flavour it too much then. I think it's a raspberry, you get a bit too much berry flavour on the go, but yeah, very nice.
Oh, it does sound nice.
Or someone introduced me recently to a gin and tonic with a few very thin slices of fresh crisp red apple in the glass.
Ooh.
Chef kiss.
It needs to be crispy apple, wouldn't it? That does sound nice and refreshing. Yeah, I like the taste of lemon in my gin from the lemonade. There we go. That's it. That's all that we do with the tail.
Amazing.
Straight away.
That's so fast.
So fast. You don't need to overcomplicate your blending and shading. You can go to town on it if you want to. But then...
What, on the unicorn, right into town on it?
You could if you wanted to,
Giddy
yeah.
up.
Is that what a unicorn sounds like a horse?
I think so. Do they fly, though, or do they run, unicorns?
But the run before the fly.
Oh, this one's got wings. Sorry, of course it has.
Of course it has.
Been drinking its Red Bull, this one. This one's not actually a unicorn, it's an alicorn in that case.
Is it?
I believe so. That's what they're called. If it didn't have a horn, it would be a Pegasus.
Okay. Good to know. We really do complicate things here in England, don't we?
Oh, we really
just
do.
be a unicorn.
I flew
With wings or without
to
wings?
Istanbul a few years ago on Pegasus Air as well. I was expecting to be sat astride a flying horse, but no, just the name of the airline.
Was there a Pegasus on the side of the aeroplane?
Big picture of a Pegasus on the side of it, yeah. Sensational Sky says that picture of the unicorn is gorgeous. I always wonder what colours to use on here. Rosalind's got some more for you, Craig, as well. Just batten down the hatches.
Okay.
Etc. with an X, spelt with an X, incorrect. It's actually et cetera. There you are.
Okay.
And realtor versus realtor. I'm guessing realtor is the one. And the other one that grinds Rosalind's gears, I'm with you on this one, when people say espresso. Espresso, when it's espresso.
Oh.
Not espresso, espresso.
Oh, I would bug you then.
There we are. Sensational Sky says Craig was not impressed reading those words. Lol, whinge, 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 whinge. And also Linda told us the other day, Craig, that her niece was going in to have a baby. And she is pleased to report that baby Jason, his mum, which is Linda's niece, came home from the hospital yesterday afternoon. Congratulations on the new arrival. That's lovely.
Oh, baby. Oh, cute little babies.
They make me a bit nervous, new babies, Craig.
Do they?
But I love them when they get to about 2.5.
And you can wind them up and then hand them back.
You're my favourite age.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I love little babies. I remember when, so you guys at home know, my friend Ian and Jess, when Grayson was a wee baby, and then Munro, who's, well, he's grown up fast now. Yeah. Cute little babies. I do like them at the toddler stage as well, though, you know, when they start to do things. Like the housework, make cups of tea. Joking. But yeah, love it when they do things. It's fun, seeing them giggling away, playing away. So I've gone in with the top of the rose, exact same colour, nothing different. Gone in with the aquamarine and the teal. And then I'm going to go in with the meadow and the emerald. And I'm going to do a few of these leaves. So if I go in with the lighter tone first, so we can go in and I'm going to pull that colour in with the meadow. So if we pull that into here, we'll lay that down. I'm going to do a couple because they're quite small. So I'll work my way in.
I'm not sure where this suggestion, what was prompted this next suggestion from Rosalind, Craig, but we're here for it. If you want something refreshing on a hot day, soak fresh pineapple slices in tequila and then let them sit in the fridge for 2 weeks. We usually freeze ours, but you have them either way. Got this idea from a bar we used to frequent where they charge $20 a slice for them.
Wow, I'm up for trying that.
$20. Tequila, one of those things, Craig, that I was like, oh, for many years, no. But now quite enjoy.
Yeah, snap. I'm the same. It's nice.
Tequila. Tequila. I would love to go to Tequila, Craig.
Would you?
Yes, in Mexico. Mexico's so high on my list of countries I'd like to visit.
Oh, Mexico is kind of the home of tequila, isn't it?
I would like to hitchhike through Mexico, I think.
Would you?
Bubble and Squeaks this afternoon, all from a partly sunny but also grey English south coast. I think it's an everywhere in England today is a bit like that, Rosalind. The weather has let us down, hasn't it, Craig?
It has.
And into next week, it's going to be a bit pants again. 14 and raining all week in Manchester.
Yeah.
Typical. As soon as I've got a few days off. But we're brightening it up, apparently, Craig, which is great.
Good, I'm glad.
Bubble and Squeak says, thanks. Sensational Sky says, my niece is so cute, but she has the worst tantrums. Sorry about it. And Sarah Brown says, I hate the way people write Xmas instead of Christmas. That irritates me, yeah. That and Crimbo.
Crimbo.
No. I'd like to speak to the manager of Christmas, please, and ask that we don't do that anymore.
Yeah, no, it's Christmas. And then a couple of years ago, they were wanting to try and call them festive lights instead of Christmas lights. No, Christmas lights. Yeah, want the word Christmas kept. But yeah, I get that when you're got a card or a written card and it's Xmas or Crimbo. So what I've gone and done here is using the meadow and the emerald, went down with the meadow and then added the highlight with the emerald. And then for the wings and then the rest of the unicorn, what we do, Joe, is go in with my ice grey too, and I'm just picking out selected areas. So I'm going to go in and I'm just highlighting them with my ice grey too. I'm going to do the same around the body of the unicorn and I'm pulling it down. So we're going to go in, start to create some highlight, working its way down, pretty much still following the direction of the highlight lines that you've got within the unicorn and the body. So pulling it, working it in. If you want to go in with one of the other dark tones of the grey, you can do, because that's included as well.
Is it better to fill in larger areas using circling or straight stroking motions?
So, Tri-blends and
That's
classics.
a question from Bubble and Squeak. by the way.
Bubble and Squeak. Classic pens and tri-blend pens, because it's a bullet nib, I would do circular motions, because you get more of that nice control with the circular motions. But the tri-blend brush, because it's a lot more flexible, to try and do it constantly in circular motions, you find the nib is going side to side, because it's kind of like a brush nib. So this is why with the Illustrators, it's a good way to flick and start to blend up. You can, you know, by all means, if you can go into circle motions if you want to. Please don't feel as though you can't, but you will find, for me personally, I get a better blend and flow by doing the flicking motions with the Illustrator pens, because it's got that nice flexibility to it.
Brilliant. Adriana says, let's go, Joe. There is a town, Tequila, Jalisco. Lots of samples. I think we could do, maybe we could build that into the end of our American road trip, Craig.
That would be a good idea,
Detour
wouldn't it?
down to Tequila to have the after party. That'd be great. Linny says, it's a teaching day from Joe today. I never knew there was somewhere called Tequila. There is. Tequila.
Tequila.
Tequila. Tequila. Tequila. Well, that was fun. Any questions you've got about anything, you know, life dilemmas or crafting conundrums, get them into us. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion, if you're across on YouTube.
Get them in.
I like how you're not adding too much colour to this, Craig, but still getting something that looks very, very effective.
It's creating the highlight, Joe. What I want it to be is I want it to be white, but what I'm wanting it to be is, you know, I want it to be white, but without leaving it white as in the cardstock. And this is when your grey are going to come in really, really handy. So it works well with snow or, you know, snowmen. If you're wanting to keep something white, but want to add colour, it's just creating the highlight. And all that I've done is gone in with the additional grey that you've got, ice grey 6. And then I'm just going to go in and blend it back out. Blending them back out. So we've got highlight round its hoofs, its legs, its bodies, round the back. And then you'll see the one that I got done the other night in a moment. Blending it in. You can go fancy if you want to with different colours. It's a, what did you say it was called?
Fancy? Oh, the alicorn.
An alicorn. It's an alicorn. Suppose you can do any colour you so wish. It's up to yourself. But going in, I'm going to add a little bit more depth underneath its body. Let's add a little bit around its face, around here, blending it in. Going back in with the ice grey too. I'm going to blend that back in. So I'm not going to do any more flowers, because I would carry on just doing them exactly the same. But building that up, coming in closer and closer to the centre. As we go on, let's go in, work that in, work my way round. Now that would continue to evaporate, so we can leave it a little bit, but I'm going to set it to the side for a moment, and then using one of the water reactives, look at that.
Nice.
Isn't that incredible? This is fab. There we go. And that is with Illustrator pens, building up that depth that you've got when it comes to the alicorn. So what I can do is come in, and it's simple card. You don't need to do much to it whatsoever. Of course, if you want to, you can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, so if I layer these ones on, I thought with it being, I was thinking a unicorn, an alicorn, I wanted that little bit of sparkle all the way round. So I've gone in with our Shedless Glitter card. And what's really handy is, because you've got those sentiments in the back, which I didn't realise until this morning, that you got those sentiments included, and you've got some that are silver foiled and some that are gold foiled. So creating banners, so it can sit over the top, and then go in with our next one. So we've gone in with a 7x7 card blank, and going in, taking these ones off. So the hummingbird papers is what I've used for this card. Chopping it down, work your way round. You use, as I always say, your own choice of adhesive, your double-sided tape, tissue tape you'll find on our website. Taking them off, layering them up. 5.5 by 5.5 inches this layer, and of course my silver will be 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. And I like that mixed tone of greens on the back. I found it worked well when it come to the unicorn with the foliage leaves all the way round. But we can go in, add our tape, and then by simply adding these onto our card. I'm doing a top fold card, but you can turn this into an easel card if you want. You could even use these into tags if you wanted to. Punch a hole in the corner, could be a nice little gift tag.
So Linda would like to know what colouring pens work best on Centura Pearl, Craig.
Centura Pearl, so it would be your alcohol pens.
So any of these alcohol markers, yeah?
Absolutely, yeah. Alcohol pens would be your best ones. So whether it's your Illustrators or any of your other ones. So add our banner, so that breaks it up slightly because I'm going to have it sitting here with my sentiment, which looks nice. You know, you can have your sentiment down there, but it's nice to create a little bit of perspective. Add our strip here. Let's go in. I've got to use some pads, of course. So taking my pads, creating height. So it's optional, you don't have to. I will, you know me by now. So taking these ones off. Remember, you've got all of these images, not just in this one book with the alicorn, you've got all the other ones as well. And it's nice that you've got so many images and not have to choose, well, not have only one set of images within one pad. But we can go in with that one. I'm going to overlap it ever so slightly. And then from my little gem stash, let's really, really bling it up. And I'm going to go in one in each corner, finishing it off. And then there we go.
How glorious is that? And one of so many different panels. You've got
Exactly.
156 panels in this collection.
That's it. So many of them to choose from.
What's their name, do you think, this alicorn?
Alan.
Alancorn.
Alan the Alancorn.
Alancorn. Okay, fair dues. I mean, I was expecting a bit more, but anyway, let's move on.
It's Sunday.
It's Sunday, all day.
You're lucky
all
you
day.
got something.
Yeah, I mean, you're lucky we're here, really. Right, let me take you back through what you're getting. So you've got the butterflies and botanicals, and this is what they are going to colour up like. You are getting multiples of each of these, remember. This one here, absolutely glorious. Toppers with all of these, that's your floral delight, and that's what they're going to look like once they are coloured up. The next one you've got just here. Now this one's beautiful, very, very mystical. It's your enchanted adventure, sorry, you can see there. And then we've also got this one here, which is your spiritually wild. That's my producer Erin's favourite, that one there. £31.95 for 156 projects. That's really, really good value there. You're looking at about what I think off the top of my head is about 20 pence a project, which is brilliant. 25.56, 33. 24 if you are a platinum member. Now, if you would like to go for a box of Illustrators, you can. We have them available for you. It's a 36-piece collection, and you get all of these glorious colours on the side of the box just here. So that is a selection of everything you're getting. And remember, they are stainless. They are the same colour codes that we have with all of our other ranges. So you're going to be able to use these in conjunction with your other Spectrum Noir alcohol markers, which is brilliant. So you've got those there. They are your Illustrators, Allenstrators.
Illustrators.
Yeah, your Allenstrators. The Illustrators is, of course, what they are. Right, we've got some more stamps to share with you. Your Let Love Grow. This is your tricolour stamp collection. Now, these were bought out when we bought out our tricolour aqua markers, but they will work with all of your different colouring mediums. You've got Let Love Grow, Puppy Love. This one here, You're So Sweet. Then we've got A Little Surprise. And Have a Wonderful Day is that one there, £31.90 or £38.90. is your price on those. We are going to take a really quick pause, allow you some opportunity to check out your basket. Whilst you do that, we're going to share with you one of our fabulous quick buys.
Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash.
Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey tool from Crafter's Companion.
Is that just stamps there, or is that
any paper crafter's kit? Its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set.
Quick Buy, get yours now. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
quiet? The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
We do create every day. Create fabulous English lessons is what we mostly create today, but we've done some beautiful colouring as well at the same time. I need to share with you this next selection that we've got here for you. It's the Tri-Blend Brush stamp selection with 33 stamps. However, I know it's Tri-Blend Brush. Well, the reason we've called it that is because we released it alongside the Tri-Blend Brush pens. It's going to be brilliant for all of your different alcohol colouring mediums. You've got some really lovely ones in here. Hello Lovely, which is this wonderful sort of a deconstructed flower stamp with the extra embellishments, or sentiments I should say, on there. You've got this one here, which is your Bloom with Happiness. You've then got Brighten My Day, some schmetterlings in here. Oh, it's your Dreams Take Flight. Oh, I was wondering what it's spelled. In German that is Träume fliegen. There you are. And also you've got a perfect puppy, which is ein perfect Tag in German there as well. It's actually a perfect day, not a perfect puppy. That is not a puppy, and you are not a salmon. £12.47, £17.47. If you want to get your hands on that one. Under £10 or $14 if you're a Platinum member. What would you like to share with us on these then, Craig or Bagel?
Right, let's go in and let's have a look at the butterfly stamp set, this one being Dreams Take Flight. So we're going to go in with this one. We're going to make a fun little card here. So if I take this butterfly, I'm going to use my 6x6 stamping platform and, of course, my stamping mat. So I'm going to pop it on into place. I'm going to go in with some of my Nina cardstock. So we're going to use our Nina. We're going to go into, I don't know, Nicola, why Nina cardstock is called Nina cardstock. It's a good question. That's one many of you at home might already know that. And if you do, let us know, of course. Let Joe know. He's eagerly waiting with the comments coming in. And if you don't know, and no one ends up finding out, what we can then do is find out by asking Leanne. We can do that for sure. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our stamp, we're going to press it into place, and then once I remove that one out the way, look at that, ta-da! We've got a beautiful butterfly, all stamped out and ready to colour. So I'm going to go in with 2 of our Illustrator sets. So I'm going to go in with the Botanical, and I'm going to go back to the Pink Frost and the Fuchsia, and then we're going to go in with our Verdant, and we're going to go in with our Aquamarine and our Teal. So if I use our Aquamarine and our Teal, And then I'm going to go and we're going to add in our colour. So I'm going to go straight into the body with the light tone first. So let's go in and take our body with colour. And then I'm just going to go in flicking action. So I'm not following any of the stamp design. So we're going to go in, we're just going to create that colour. We're going to go in, we're going to keep on flicking. So if you want to go in with your selected areas to colour in, by all means. But what I want to do is I want to get that darker tone in, and then I'm going to go in with the teal. In actual fact, I need to extend that a bit more. So I'm going to go a little bit further. I'm going to go up. So this is still using the aquamarine. And I'm just flicking so we can get that light tone all the way out. All the way out, you can see here. Going into the other side, I'm going to do exactly the same. So we're going to go in, flick all the way up. And I'm only going to roughly about halfway, because we are going to come in the other direction with the pinks. So now that I've gone in with the light tone, let's now go in with the teal. So I'm going to create a little bit of highlight in with the body of the dragonfly, work my way around the highlight lines, and then what I'm going to do is going to go in deep into the body. So once again, giving that flick all the way around. I'm going to go back and I'm going to blend it out. So let's blend that one out, just into the base there. Nothing overly complicated. I just want to blend them two in together. So we're going from dark and working our way, so it's going to get lighter. Turn it on itself, and then we can then do exactly the same again. So if I go in with that dark tone, take our tones, work that in, lay that dark tone down, and then what we can do is flick that out. It's also a nice way to show that even although some of your stamps might have specific areas to colour, you don't necessarily have to colour in each one. You can simply overlap with your colouring medium to blend it out. So we've got real depth within that one using 2 pens by blending them out. And then what we can do is we can go in with the pink, the frost pink, yep. And then similar to what I've done there a moment ago, but what we're going to do is we're going to come in from the opposite direction. So we're going to go in and we're going to lay down that light tone. We're going to get that so that we're going from the edge of the butterfly and we're coming relatively close to our mints. So we can go in. It's more about laying down the colour at this point. Flicking it on, laying the basis down. Once again, not paying any attention to the individual areas of the butterfly wings. I'm just covering it all, going as close up to the mint.
I love that colour combo, Craig.
So what I'm then going to do is I'm then going to go in and using kind of the tip, Joe, of the brush. I'm just going to work my way all the way around. So following that outline, I'm kind of scribbling at this point. I'm wanting that outer edge.
It does look a bit like tie-dye, Nicholas.
Yeah, it's got that feel, isn't it?
Yeah, Nicola just said it looks a bit like tie-dye. Mo number 2 said, good morning everyone, so educational today. Had to log in to ask, what did you say about Christmas? Sounded like you said crimble. I've not heard of this trend. Thanks. Crimbo, some people call it here in the UK, don't they, Craig?
Yeah,
C-R-I-M-B-O. Lord Adam used to call it crimbo all the time. Used to annoy me so much. Did anyone see Lord Adam's Instagram today?
No.
He has decided to do a half marathon with no training.
What?
Just decided to run a half marathon. And I saw the last Instagram story I saw before we came on. He was about 15k in and he was in absolute pieces and had to start walking. So we're thinking of you, Lord Adam. I hope you make it to the finish line. That's some true. That's some gumption, isn't it, to just run a half marathon, he's never even run a 5K before.
No, that's gumption, and then to post it on social media to say that he's done it.
It's about 20 kilometres. Bonkers is what that is.
It is bonkers, isn't
Mary
it?
Rhino's loving these two colours together.
Thank you. They do work well together. They really, really do. But by using that one, or the two pens, the two colours, all I'm doing is I'm going to keep going up and building up that colour. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to extend that close now to the green. So leaving it so there's still a few white areas. And then I'm going to go back into that light tone, which is the aquamarine. And once again, small flicking actions. I'm going to blend them in together.
Sort of stitches them together, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. It does exactly
It's like a little
that.
bit of a tide mark almost, in a kind of cool way.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good way of actually putting it. And then just going back once again. So it's really the case of just helping it blend in together. So you're blending them both together, then you're coming back, and then you're blending them back into their own, too dark, into their own section.
That is really, really cool.
Work our way in. You can take it any direction you want. If you want to pinpoint certain areas, if you want to maybe extend into your larger pieces of the panel, into here. So you can make these a bit darker by blending them out. If you want to, you can go a little bit further as well if you want to by overlaying. It's going to give you more of a purpley tone. And then maybe, like, no, let's leave it just with them two. Blend them back out, blend them back out, that we can see here. So we've got that one going on here. I'm going to actually go in. Let's take our, let's go in with the stylish. No, it's not the stylish. It is in, it's in the starter kit, I think. I was going to go in with the blender, but I'm not. Let's just carry on with the aquamarine. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to help blend it out that little bit more. So what I'm doing is I'm not quite going any further into the fuchsia and the pink frost. I'm more building up that colour to the side of the butterfly. And then I want to add a wee bit more depth around here. So we can then work our way around, building up that depth that we've got here. Carrying on.
Sarah Brown's letting you know that she's doggy minding her friend's dog Della, the dash hound, for 3 days, Craig, starting from tomorrow, while her friends go away. Is she well behaved, Sarah? Let us know. Can be quite challenging dash hounds, I've found.
Can they?
Oh, one actually ate Erin's shoe once when she looked after it. That's not good. Was it an expensive shoe? Good. Doesn't own expensive shoes. She's for that very reason alone. Bubble and Squeak says, have these stamps? Smashing collection. They really are. I love the two colours together, said Mary Rhino. You're talking about your last card, Craig. A lot of people still. Simple elegance describes that card, Craig. Very nice.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for the ideas and tips, says Mary Beth. The cards have all been great. It will be hard to just pick one today. It will. Bubble and Squeak wants to know if she can share some pickies with us somehow. We are having a little bit of an issue with our computer system at the moment. It means that we can't share your pictures. But I'll tell you what, Bubble and Squeak, hang on to them, and maybe next week on Colour Me Happy, hopefully we'll have the situation resolved by then. And we can do a whole load of picture sharing.
Yeah. Yeah, be good to see pictures, hopefully up and running by then.
I'm a bit annoyed with myself today, Craig.
Hi, Joe.
Because I went out for dinner last night with the lovely Becky Swarm. We just went for a little steak last night. But what it means now is it means I didn't eat my dinner last night that I had out. So that means for lunch today and dinner today, I've got to have the same meal twice. It's really annoying. Salmon and rice. So I mean, it's quite nice.
Yeah.
Salmon and rice, very, very nice. But I mean, I've got to have it twice in one day, otherwise it's going to go off. And I'm sad about it.
See, that doesn't bother me. I can have the same meal twice. It doesn't faze me in the slightest.
It would bother knickers, apparently,
It would,
as it
saying,
does with me.
wouldn't
Mo would like to know if they can ask a tri-blend brush question, Craig.
Of course you can.
Even though it's an Illustrator day, is that right?
Of course it is.
I find when I colour with a tri-blend brush, using Nina card, or really any card, it bleeds a fair bit. Is this normal?
That is absolutely normal. So any of your alcohol colouring, whether it is your brush markers or classics or illustrators, anything alcohol based, if you pop a piece underneath, and then what it's going to do, it's going to capture any bleeding when it comes to the colouring, and well, it'll do just that, capture it. It's going to help contain it.
Because I guess if you don't put the card underneath, Craig, is the danger it would bleed out across your card rather than soaking through your card?
Yeah, there's that. And then what will happen is, if I was to colour straight onto there, and the more and more I start to build that up, that's going to bleed through. Now that, as you can see, has been caught by my card underneath. So my cardstock is capturing that and holding on to that. If I do it onto my glass mat, what's going to happen is, yes, what you've just said there is going to bleed back in and expand, but it's going to bleed back into that position you've just done. So that's where you're going to get your feather in it. So that's where you'll find that some of your outlines, so you might find that you start to feather on the outline of your impression, and that's because you've not got something underneath capturing it. So have something porous, inexpensive piece of cardstock. Doesn't need to be anything expensive or anything like that, just something so that you can then capture your ink underneath if needed.
Amazing. So hope that helps you. Brenda says, beautiful butterfly. Sarah says, oh, Joe, well, she is old, so that says a lot, but we'll definitely have to leave the back door open that has already got a dog door in it. Cantankerous, I think, is the word there.
Is it?
Karen says the butterfly is so gorgeous as well. Lots of people really, really loving this.
Thank you. Just something a wee bit different, crossing over the two colours. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around now. I'm going to do this relatively quickly with my large scissors. Usually, I would do my small scissors, Joe. That's my personal
I love watching
choice.
you do this, Craig.
Do you? Why's that? I'm just going to go all the way around. So I'm keeping.
Oh, you're going all the way in.
Just keeping my my hand with my scissors still, and I'm using my left hand to move my cardstock all the way around. Work our way around, following the outline, but leaving roughly a millimetre.
I think
or
I
so.
would leave the antenna, that top bit solid at the top if I did it, Craig. I wouldn't trust myself. I'd had one wrong move and those antennas would be gone.
Gone.
You're such a whiz with these, Craig. Interesting to see you've used the bigger scissors for this.
Only due to time.
Right.
Down to time, I would usually use my smaller scissors. Still do it in the same way, but just use my smaller scissors.
Speedy.
And then there we go, we've got our butterfly. I would, of course, spend a lot more time on it than that. But let's come in with our layers here. So what I wanted to do is kind of have it so that the butterfly is hanging in midair. So I've gone in with some acetate. So I've sandwiched that together. I'll show you that in a second. So going in with some pattern papers. These pattern papers were part of, it was either our last Crafters Inspiration magazine or the one before. So I'm going to go in. So it's a 6x6 card. Cut my panel at the top. So let's take this one. I'm just going to burnish it that wee bit more. And layering them up. Piece of the deep fuchsia cardstock. Because I've chopped a panel out, what I need to do, because I'm going to have my acetate in the middle, I need something to hold it, hold the base of my card. So I'll cut another panel, mat and layer, and taking a strip. So my strip here was 2 inches. So this actually was from that offcut. That was from my card blank. So it was just a 6x6 card blank. So if I pop that one on here, bring in my acetate. So that's going to go underneath. So let's go and add our strip.
Love speed
adhesive.
crafting with Craig.
So taking our strip off all the way along. So whether it's your red liner tape.
Is that finger lift you've used there? Or, sorry, tissue tape you've used there.
So it's our tissue tape, yeah. It's not the finger lift.
Right, it's the
but
regular
it does
one.
exactly the same
I
thing.
didn't realise it went on to acetate.
Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah. Really strong on acetate. So,
The ladies are really into watching you fussy cut, apparently.
really?
Yeah. Cut some more, Craig, please.
Isn't it funny what can fascinate you by watching, eh? Fussy cutting. Well, you all know by now I love fussy cutting, so I've done it for so many years. So let's go on, let's just add our butterfly into the middle here. So let's pop that one on, pop our sentiment, let's just go in. We'll start our vote and then I'll put my back layer on in a second. So let's pop that one on, one foam pad into the back. So let's pop that one.
There's going to be some quick counting for Caitlin in the comments.
It is indeed. There we go.
She's going to be up against it.
There we go.
Right, I'll let Craig quickly gather the rest of his cards before we do card of the show. I'll quickly recap what you're getting in that particular bundle. So remember, you're getting Hello Lovely, which is this one here. You will also get the Bloom with Happiness, Brighten My Day, Dreams Take Flight, and of course a Perfect Day, which is Ein Perfect Tag. 12:47 or 17:47. Time for the card of the show, of the show, of the show.
Rightio. So number one. Number one. Number two. Number three. Or number four.
Ooh, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Get your questions. Get your questions in. No, don't do that. Get your votes in. You've got like a minute to get your votes in. I want to share something else with you. It's this. It's a Sarah Buddy bag, and you're getting the tri-blends included, which is brilliant. It's not the brush ones that you're seeing here. It's our OG tri-blends, which are these ones just here. And in here you've got the exotic blends. That gives you your burnt orange, aqua, gold yellow, pink violet, alpine green and magenta. This one here is your coastal blends, and that's the ice blue, blue turquoise, true blue, light green, jade green and the green turquoise. Then this one here is your floral blends, that's bright pink, lavender, purple, dark red, orange and citrus. And then here we have the portrait, which is coral, pale pink, fair skin, gold brown, tan and the earth brown. And you're then getting as well the buddy bag to pop them all into, which is great. I forgot my watch this week. It looks like I'm still wearing it, doesn't it? I keep catching it. You see? It's like a very dirty wrist all of a sudden. Right, the other thing I need to tell you about is this. And now remember, all of the cartload deals are still live over on the website, which is wonderful. But we've got a really great one here. You get the outline markers for free. So the outline markers, they do this, which is amazing. So what they have is, see the silver in the middle there? And then they've got the outline of the pink around them. That's all just done in one go. You don't have to come around and edge it with the secondary colour. It just pushes the other colour to the outside. How clever is that? Now you get those for free when you get the metallic flip markers, which are these ones just here. And in the metallic flip markers, this is what they do for you. They sort of flip and distort the light. So in one direction, they look like that wonderful gold in that case. And you've got the other one. You will need to go to the cartload page on the website in order to shop this particular show. $29.98, $39.90 if you want to get your hands on those. Don't forget as well about the Spend More, Save More we've got running over the weekend. It is just here. Spend £10, spend £50, you'll save 10. Spend £100, you'll save 20. Spend £150, you'll save 30. You just have to make sure you use the individual codes for each of the deals, but you can use the code as many times as you like, which is wonderful. Craig, it's number 4, the card of the show.
Number 4. Right, and what I just done was I just added that back layer just a moment ago. So there we go. So number 4, that's going to go up against, well,
amazing.
From the rest of the day.
Amazing. We'll pop that up onto the cabinet of creativity very close there. Don't forget as well, myself and Craig will be back in an hour's time. We've got a masterclass, Edgeables masterclass. Been ages since I've done an Edgeable masterclass. So I'll be really looking forward to doing that with Craig. And then myself and Craig, so that's 2 p.m. here in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast, 6 a.m. West Coast. And myself and Craig will be up again with Second Chance Sunday. We're rounding out the week in style. That'll be 6 p.m. here in the UK, 1 p.m. East Coast, 10 a.m. if you are over on the West Coast. Thank you, Craig. It was an absolute pleasure as always. I look forward to doing it again for the rest of the day.
I do indeed as well.
Brilliant. Just didn't sound completely sure there. Yes, it has been absolutely fantastic. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. Well, you will have if you come back and join us. Let's face it. Don't forget to check out your baskets. Don't forget about that Spend More, Save More. And don't forget, we've still got all of those incredible cartload offers running across the entirety of the weekend. We're going to go and have a cuppa and get some lunch.
Cup of tea.
We'll see you in about an hour.
Toodles.
Toodle pip.